Peace and blessings. This is Lisa Marie Goodson of the Blackberry Beauty Transformative Academy, Ancient African Wisdom for the Modern Sister. You know what? I said chit chat, and I forgot to put chit chat in the title. So, anyway, I don't know who's joining me at this point, but hold on one sec. Get my, yes, y'all. So I have definitely, thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for the ladies that's here. I have definitely been chilling, lounging, doing what you do during what I do. My daughter's in college, by the way. If those that don't know, she lives and goes to school in California. And I lived in California for over 20 years, and she was born there. And I met her father there. And so then I just recently, for any new people, first of all, to welcome. And then I recently moved to North Carolina. I've been here 2 years, December 1st. But I also grew half my life and born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. So just to give you a little idea. So anyway, my daughter is visiting, and when she visits, it's chill mode. Like, that's what I do. I think most people are doing it. I see so many other YouTubers like constantly on, but looking frazzled and stressed because this is a time to really go within in December, to be more with your friends, family, people that you don't get to see all year. And it's a good time. Your children may be college coming in, you got aunts, uncles, just all kinds of events that you're doing, and decorating, and people really decorate so elaborately, which is beautiful because it's fun. But so a lot of work. So the time you have, you're going to spend probably with people that, are closest to you. So that's what I'm doing right now in December. I'm spending time with my daughter. And so that means we're doing what we do. We're eating more, right? We're eating more because it's cold and we're in the house. And the holidays, I would say, unfortunately, in America are surrounded by just eating and food and, in a sense, gluttony. Like I was observing. I'm not judging because I really want to make sure I say that because I was observing this because I think I just saw it for the first time in my eyes, and I was thinking how there was a friend of mine. And I was saying, hey, how was Christmas with your children? And he said, oh, they did good. All of them got 50 gifts apiece. And in my mind, I thought, oh my God, like it's 3 of them, and they're like, one is 3. Like I'm just like babies, all under 12, right? And I'm thinking 50 gifts a piece. So what I thought was, and I know you all know this, we have so much money in our community, we just need to learn how to spend it on things that are going to be really better for our future of our children. Because when we give our kids a lot of 50, for a 3-year-old, 50 gifts, I think what we're doing is we're giving, but we're teaching them to give in the same way where they're not really gaining, give to gain. So I was thinking about how if we took that same money, wouldn't that be great? And just really opened up some type, whether it's a trust fund or college education. It's expensive. College is expensive. If you want your children to go, you might want to prepare for it. And I know just their future to invest or travel around the world when they graduate, whatever. I'm not saying the children shouldn't or can't get some toys, that's fine, but when you see 50 a piece and you know that was money still spent, and I don't care how many dollars, it was $50, you might, so I was thinking about that. This is the stuff that I was thinking. I was like, wow, we spend so much, we love our families, and we love our families, Black folks especially. And I think that the way we show love often is through things or through gifts and you know what? Ain't nothing wrong with it. Because no, seriously, there's nothing wrong with it in that everybody should be rewarded or showered with gifts at least once a year to say, this is how I love you and I want to show you, right? For us, we get to do it once a year, right, as Americans, called Christmas and Thanksgiving, where we just shower. So I don't think there's anything wrong with the whole idea of it. I think just receive it and, be joyful. But just remember that I think this time is for you and your family. So that's what I've been doing, and but I'm also, let me say at the same time, when I want to get away, I get creative. When I want to get away, when I want to not work, or like right now I'm on vacation, so I'm teaching no courses at this point. It feels good, right? I got my daughter. I gotta do creative, because coming on YouTube is creative. So for me, my space, I'm always looking at my space and seeing something different. And that's inspiring, isn't it? Like, I'm always looking at my space and seeing something different. And I move with that. And like, this room will probably, in the next months to come, will continually change. I didn't know that was one of the things that I did. Maybe I knew from my channel, I don't know. But I realizing I'm a person that, like, it's definitely going to change seasonally. But it's also might change weekly. Like the duvet cover, me, I'll rotate the 3. I'll change the slip covers over whether the pillowcase covers. I'll continue to just like move things around, or I don't like, well, maybe most people wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's me, right? So you can definitely expect more of that. Me doing a lot of like, like seeing new things. And another thing, maybe you're like this. Tell me if you're like this. If I buy something new, whether it's big or small, I'm probably going to have to rearrange the room according to, or the space according to the new thing that I got. So, so that's going to be another day. I got the window open. My daughter, y'all, she tells me all the time, she says, well, since she came, it's always cool in here. It's so cold, because they remember me like I'm the one in the house that need the heat like blasting. Like, this is how I used to be. But now that when I got here, I just learned the importance of fresh air. It can't be matched. And I don't do it all day. I do it when I feel like the house needs it, then that's when I'll do it. But I do it every day. I do it every day. I don't care if it's snowing, if it's raining, if it's cold. 5 minutes sometimes, just to get that breeze flowing. But she talks about it. She's like, Mom, what happened? Mom, it's cold. It probably is, but sometimes I don't feel it, because I like that feeling of the fresh air. And it's funny, the things you learn, because I learned that from my ex. He slept with the window open. He had the window open. So I learned in 2 years to, even more, because we lived in a loft, to have the windows open even as you're sleeping at night. But of course, safely, do the right thing now. Don't have it open if it ain't cool for you to do that. You know what I'm saying? Living in a spot where that's not cool, because that happens. We all have to do what we gotta do sometimes, live what we gotta live. But yeah, always. So really more about natural next year, like fresh tips, like how to use really nature in your home. And one element, people know about plants as far as nature, but people don't really talk about the element of the air. Like, the air is it's like, when you walk into somebody's space and it's just such a good vibe, like the air helps to create a vibe, and it creates kind of like your vibe, So my other thing too is, I really want y'all, like, one of the inspirations I would love for you to take from this channel is, like, create your own vibe. Like, seriously, like, create your own vibe. Like, that's important. It don't have to be like this category, or this French, or this modern, or this, because you start getting stuck with like, oh my God, that's modern. I got to stay with the modern table, the modern. You don't have to unless you want to, because if you want to, that's okay too. But don't feel stuck oh, it has to be, within the same time period or the same design style, or like, no, then that goes back to know your vibe. Because if you know your vibe, then you don't have to go to a store and match it the way they match it, or go watch a video and match your house the way they match, and the techniques they use. You don't really have to use it, because it's your vibes. So I feel like for me, here, I'm learning my vibe, because I didn't really know it. I didn't really start decorating my house until I got married. Before that, like, my daughter, I didn't even start. The man that I married eventually never lived with me. In other words, I was just on my own, and I was raising my daughter. And because I was on my own raising my daughter, I didn't think a lot about my decor. Like, I wasn't always like this. No, and let me say this. No, I was always like this, in that I was always artistic, but I didn't know it would be with a home. And when I was raising my daughter, I didn't have as much money or made money. I didn't have my own business like I do now. So I wasn't able to, I had to think about where the money was best spent. And in my house, it was food, organic, vegan foods. That's where the money was well spent. So I didn't worry about the core. I was more into a clean house. Like cleanliness was everything. Spiritual cleanse, oh yes. Clean, like that. If you ask me what's clean, like, so I knew how to open the windows. I let the sun in. I would buy essential oils and put it in a bucket of water to clean the walls or the floors. I used the most simplest ingredients because I didn't have the money to even buy like Mrs. Myers. That was just too expensive. And all these Grove Collaboratives had all these fancy, stuff. I didn't even have the money to do it. But that was beautiful when I think about it now because I really made everything. I could get some alcohol or, I could get some essential oil, like I said, to put in the bucket. Or I love flowers, but I made them work, so I always got flowers I could dry like roses so then they could be pretty and potpourri. So I was a minimalist without trying, but it was always very on the natural, earthy side. And I just really used nature to make my house feel good. So everybody loved it and felt good. And where I could so-called decorate, because I think it's all decor really, I did. And that was it. So when I got my own business and got married to an artist who has his eye, or he knows his vibe, and he knew his vibe for a very long time. He's been having his vibe for like over 40 years. And I'm coming in not knowing my like the core vibe and the whole bit because, different situation. And when I learned what it was, I still didn't know what it was because I knew it was Afrocentric, but I didn't know any more than that. And then, I came here. Now we're separating. I came here in Durham, and now I found the word for it. It's the boho, right? But it's also Afrocentric. So it's Afro-Bohemian, it's Afro-Boho. And boho, I'm not going to literally tell you the background behind it, Bohemian, but basically it's really, I call it also working with what you got, but feeling what you want too. Like you can have it any way. There's no rules. It's wild and it don't make sense, but it does. It's captivating, it's sensory, it's like it gets your senses going and the colors and the doing it your way and hanging in mirrors different ways, It's like me. So even like when I look at the way I dress or I get up, look, this is boho. I got 2 of these beautiful, are they from Himalayan? I think it's Himalayan. Wonderful scarves on my head, and I just put 2. I got the orange and I got this purple one. It feels amazing, but I'm gonna wear it with like a fancy jogging pantsuit, or my earrings with the cowrie shells in it. So what I'm saying is I've always done it my way. And that's who Afro Boho is for. It's for those that do it their way. I've always done it my way. Always done it my way. So, but still, sometimes you need words. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you need a word like it helps you. Oh, wow, there's a lot of people that just do it their way, right? And it looks good. So here I learned the Afro Boho. So, and I put the Afro from the Afrocentric because Africa for me always in the center. Whichever way Africa expressed itself in the diaspora. So it's not just Africa in the center for me, where it has to be from off the continent of Africa, but Africa in Brazil, Africa in North Carolina, Africa in Brooklyn, Africa in Oakland, Africa in the diaspora. So that's why you'll see in my space, I have, I'll show you, African diaspora. Like why? I touched all of it, if I could say. So I got to go back to this one because this is a wonderful book. I mean, this is a Black American experience from one Black American woman. It was her Black American experience, but it's very like funky. I remember y'all showed you these. This is a photographs, but just like the eclectic, but at the same time, and also on that note, right? Then I have, so I say, remember I always tell you, decor, you got to have your books. Your books is your decor too, and it says who you are. There's Gullah Images, a very famous Gullah Geechee resident, or used to be, the Jonathan Green, and the art of Jonathan Green. But this is like the Gullah Geechee off the coast from Jacksonville, North Carolina to Jacksonville, Florida, in between and off the coast. were a people who maintained their culture from the continent because they were rice cultivators. These folks from, some people like to just think it's just in South Carolina, but it hits the coast of Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina as well, and Florida. So anyway, and they really do. You know, when you stay together, so they were in a place where there was a lot of mosquitoes, the islands, the sea islands, these Africans that were kidnapped from Africa. They were kidnapped. They were robbed. They were taken. And they really got them from, I think, places like Sierra Leone and other places that were great, or Senegal too, Senegambia, where they were great rice cultivators. These Africans, and they brought them to specifically off the sea islands, off the coast. And they made them come there to grow rice. So all those Southerners, we got to have our rice every day. Yeah, that's it's in our kind of DNA. And but the people that the slave owners didn't want to stay on the same island to really, you know, keep an eye on the enslaved Africans because it was mosquito ridden. They got that place right in South Carolina now called Mosquito Beach. And the white folks couldn't take that. So the black folks kind of had that. They wasn't as, you know, down pressed in the same way what they were. And they had that, you know, they were able to maintain who and what they were because they basically ruled. And so they got their language, culture. It's beautiful. Beautiful. So anyway, this is who this is. So I like things. So when I said Afrocentric, but from the diaspora, these are from kind of like I would say maybe somebody's Black American experience. But I also have books. I have books straight from Africa that I don't have any right now. I know I got one somewhere, but yeah, I got them pulled away. But I also have books, that touches on, I know I wanted to say, African style. So now we're talking about the idea of Africa contemporarily. So using the cloths or the prints or the elements of Africa, even the masks, really literally from these things. The masks are straight from the continent, the mud cloth too, but making it contemporary to cover your couch. So anyway, love Africa and things that touch and nod to Africa, you know. Love, so some other decorated books, but this right here, I got this wonderful book. So Africa in Fashion, it's called Fashion Africa. I got this from, you can see the title, when I was in London, and it was lovely because, you know, we got a lot of our Black folks there, a lot of them from the Caribbean island and a lot from Africa. So it's a beautiful, like wonderful, amazing experience when I was in London. And the brother gave us this, and I think it's a London woman that got everything together and collaboration of different designers that are using African, you know, wear, using African prints or designs or even just influence. Just so you could see that dope, I could wear the heck of that dress. That dress right there? Okay. So anyway. So yeah, and then of course, since I'm right here, of course the cotton, nodding to the African American, you know, experience as far as us picking cotton in the cotton fields of the South from sun up to sundown. For those who don't know, so happy Kwanzaa, because I feel like I'm taking you to Kwanzaa, telling you the history. Today is Kuji Chagalia, and that's self-determination. But yeah, you know, so really just paying homage in my mind, you know, doing that. But also, you know, keeping in mind it's a Black American house. So I said all of the diaspora, it's a Black American house I grew up in. So I don't know that many Black American houses in my generation. I was born in '67 that didn't have family photos. I don't care who you were. You had some family photos going up the stairs, family photos on the wall, family photos on the mantle, family photos. I never saw it in the Black American house not to have a gathering of family photos. Maybe they was in portfolio style, maybe they was in, you know, but that was a big thing. So I feel like sometimes I know what I'm doing in my design, and sometimes I don't. Or even this actually beautiful clock of and it says Senegal on it, and like I'm in love with this. Everybody's in love with this clock. Copper and brass. And then, candle holders with the designs of Africa, maybe think, makes you think zebra. The mud cloth, so things like that. I'm definitely got it. And y'all, I found out who gave me the standing lamp. It was my Aunt Diane. Aunt Diane and my cousin Keisha. Thank you so much if you're watching. That beautiful lamp. Y'all remember this lamp here that I'm in love with at this point? Let me show y'all. But that's kind of modern. So, like I said, it don't really matter what you want. Now, y'all, I know you'll love the scene, but you're going to have to trust me. I know you'll love these 2 cheers scene and the whole 9, but you're going to have to trust me on this one. Those 2 cheers, I'm just, It's not that I'm not feeling them. I realize I don't have to dislike them because I don't. It's that I'm feeling something else more. So that's my style too. You don't really have to explain to anybody why you tired of the thing that everybody else, when they come, they like, because they don't live in your house. So they're not really living with what you got. I realized that I learned that like being on this channel, like when people give you an opinion about you should keep something that you don't want, of course, you did a great job. Don't be mad. Like, it's a great job you did. They love what you did. They loved how you use it. But the thing is, they don't live with you every day. They don't live with it, so they can't really know how you're feeling. That's why it's interesting with a YouTube channel. People can only see, but they can't feel. And you're with it 24/7. So anyway, definitely changing out this. The cheers are going. When I say I want a love seat, I want a love seat. But I want a rattan, me, same material, wicker, same wicker / rattan. I already seen it in my mind, and I already see bits and pieces of it out there, but just not with the way I want it yet. A love seat with a coffee table. This one, at this time, a round one. But, a little super size, not too, don't have to be high, but a nice coffee table and a love seat. And then I'll see what else is coming from there. But, actually, I don't even want the love seat. I'm sorry. I want the love seat, but not the coffee table. I just want the love seat. And on the end, we'll have the end tables. Like that could still be an end table and get something else similar. So I want a love seat instead of the 2 separate chairs. Plus, these chairs, they're just not comfortable. They're not even comfortable. But they dope. I know they look pretty. I'm looking at it too, like they some gorgeous chairs. So now I'll keep them around for a while instead of giving away. I will consider the idea. I don't know. I keep thinking like, put them in the porch. That's what you're telling me. But I don't really even want them there. I'm thinking of something when we start going to the outdoor. And so, of course, in 2019, you'll get all of the outdoor. You never got that from me before, where like planting or container gardening outside and, decorating the outdoor spaces. So, because I've never done it. So I'm excited to decorate the outdoor spaces. And my feel right now for outdoors is not this black heavy chairs or that thickness. I think in outdoors, I want something very eerie, very, me, I could do this wood all day. It don't have to be rattan. It could even be wood. But I mean like real wood. Not the fake, this is not fake, but not the fake and or painted wicker furniture that's standard. I would like some carved out, stuff like this. Like, that's all I could say. Like, and for the outdoors. But of course, I'm going to be looking for outdoor rugs, or if I have some other creative idea. So definitely the patterns like this. I think Afrocentricity, when you see it, it's whatever you think it is. Whatever makes you feel African, to me, is a pattern of Africa. I think it's our memories that still remember. So I love this, even though this is, I think this is made in Vietnam. I know I got it at Ross. I love this. When I see this pattern, that's Africa. That's Africa to me. So, I allow myself to look. But yeah, I would like some doped out, and you see the angles that's going on this table. It's not just round, but it is round. I like that. I like that detail, and I like it gives you everything I want. It gives me the wood. I like bamboo, y'all. So those natural, natural fibers, yeah. And my dope chair that I've learned my lesson. Don't let nobody sit on it but me. So yeah, I'm loving all that. But yeah, I was thinking this other idea y'all have. So my boho, but I feel like this is my boho part, but really the boho part is still African, but it's boho for us. I was thinking of taking let's say taking a piece of yarn and stringing it from this wall to this wall, right? Check it out, y'all. A piece of yarn or string. I just say yarn because I thought the yarn, you can get it in colors and it can be really pretty. And then getting some, they got these baby like clothespins. I saw them at Dollar Tree. And when I'm thinking about my flowers on this. So I know y'all tell me, you're right, and I know you're right, of course you're right, I can dry the flowers, just hang them upside down, make sure they get some air, right? So, normally what I do is I just let them dry right here, dry with the water and everything. And they dry, and then I cut them off. If I'm really impatient, I'll cut them off and put them on something like a tray and let them dry there. But that's not the best way, and it doesn't keep the shape I find as much. And I'll show you what I mean. So these are flowers that I've dried, but I never really, I didn't wait for them to dry. So I just took them off the now. So they're dry. And they're nice, but, I don't know. I feel like they got a lot of flatness because of the way, and I know it's all beautiful, but because of the way that it dried, it didn't dry in its shape standing. At the same time, it's created some beautiful stuff. And, of course, these are all dry. Now, these are my tulips. I dried those as well. So, anyway, I love drying flowers. Like, I love dried flowers. I love flowers, and I love dried flowers. I love all flowers because that means I can have flowers. That means I can have flowers all year round. So I really like that. So I'm thinking of then taking the flowers and hanging them from the strings on the clothespin. And so that they'll be still on the stem, hanging all these different color flowers. And mine is mostly roses. That's the ones I like. And when they dry, I like the way they look. And just have a string coming so they'll have the air they need. They'll be beautifully displayed. And it really brings in, I feel like, the boho vibe and the natural vibe. Like something you wouldn't expect, but at the same time, because I love flowers, right? And I love looking at flowers, I like the whole process. When they're dying, I think they're beautiful. See, I don't look at them like, oh, I love them. I think they're beautiful, right? Even when they're dying. So can you imagine them hanging, drying beautifully, nice aroma when it does have it. The purpose of being dried, of course, take them down. When they dry, you want to use them in different ways. And I'll tell you all the ways I use mine. Or some of the ways. And, I think that's going to be so pretty. So thumbs up if you feeling this idea of the string and then, thumbs up, let me know. Another thing, I put them anywhere. Like these are from this bunch. These roses here, they were multicolored. And I took them off because they were dry. Because like I said, they're drying here. These drying much slower, but these were dried or drying. And I just put them in here like, oh my God. How pretty they are. See, I'm messing with them. And I'm going to advise that too. Don't mess with them. Don't mess with them. Just leave them be, especially these that are still drying. That's why I say dry them first. Oops. Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I keep doing that. My thing's like, stop doing that. So, yeah. So we're going to do some dried flowers for sure. Things like that. And y'all, this is just coming back. These both looked horrid. They were looking like this because the other room that they were in, so I changed the room in the plant. I'm sorry about the darkness, but the other room that they were in, my bedroom, they were over the heating source and they were getting dried out. And I know this plant likes to kind of go to drought, and then you, according to what I read, and then you can, water it, but it was not natural. So this one, oh my God, this one is even more dried out. But I know, and I believe, and I do, how I grow my plants, that it will change as the weather gets better. Like I'm sorry, I've seen the miracle of plants. I've seen the miracle of plants, and plants, you should give them a season. At least if you're in winter, go into spring and see if spring will not fix the thing. And just start moving it. Like I knew this is better too. It needs a good amount of light, and it wasn't getting that upstairs like it does here. So, and I do see this one actually kind of coming back to life. So we'll see how that goes, right? If everybody else is doing well, They're happy. All the plants are doing well. So yeah, so next year what's coming is spring. Plants. The plants are now coming because spring will be next year, and in the spring we'll do a lot of picking out the plants, and and also for me buying new ones. I don't want to add any more new plants in the wintertime. It's not the best. It's not growing time. Oh, I forgot to put the. Oh, I did. It's not growing time, and it's my incense. So I'm not going to buy them now. I want to buy them in growing season. I want to buy some that I would normally not buy or couldn't buy. Because right now the variety, at least in North Carolina, if you go to the big box stores, there's not a lot of variety, and they don't look good, too. So yeah, I'm going to wait on that. So, oh yeah, I keep forgetting I can't rotate. How is this going to look? Oh God, I'm sorry. Hey, ladies. So anyway, thank you. Thank you for following me around. Another thing too I don't talk about enough is what I'm burning, like what incense I have, or how do I like incense? A lot of people say I love incense still because I think incense in a home is more for you. Like I wouldn't burn incense and have guests. Like I wouldn't burn my incense when guests were here because you don't know how some people can't take the smoke. Some people don't like it. I think incense is more for spiritual cleansing or cleansing the vibes. Since we talk about vibes today, I think that it's more for vibrational cleansing incense. So basically do that when nobody else is there. Because especially something like a chirai, which is a Senegalese incense, and loosely means come to me, but it definitely cleanse. You see, and anytime you're using charcoal, and you're using the incense that look like it's more in a rock form. Now mine is in a powder form, but it's a rock form. You're going to get a lot of smoke. So I like incense more. I don't burn incense when guests come. I burn incense before guests come. Make sure the right guests come. So we'll talk more about incense and burning incense and why. I actually am more now into the essential oil diffusers. I'm way, way, way more into them. Like I've got them going all day. Now I'm sure of course they use electricity because they are plug-in, but this is my choice. I rather have the essential oils, and in the summertime I'll get more, summery essential oils, but I'd rather have the essential oils when guests come. So anytime they walk into your home, oh my gosh, I got two, Now, one is in the bathroom. I decided to keep one in the bathroom. Got company, so got to keep it fresh. So I keep one of the aroma lamps in the bathroom, and I keep the other aroma lamp, as you see right there. And that one has rose geranium essential oil. The one in the bathroom has the last of my jasmine is gone. So, and you see how this gets in your throat. So yeah, now you don't necessarily. But that's how I do incense, and we'll talk more about that in 2019. Yeah. So I just wanted to share that with you. Just my style, how much is growing. Another thing is continually growing. Another thing, we got a lot of work to do in this house. Like we got a lot of work to do. We got one outdoor space patio, we got the deck upstairs, and we got the front porch. So I got 3 outdoor spaces to do. And then we also got some space. Look up and down the stairs, and when you come down, all that blank wall space that everybody different, but I can't look at it like that too long. So, like I said, I now know I am the maximalist. I admit it. Okay, I like maximalism. So maybe whether I learned to like it, got used to it, or whatever, I think it was always probably there. I love it. So I need some of that hall. And then the Bohemia room. Like I thought to myself, I slowed down because my daughter came. And I was like, just pace yourself, especially the Bohemia room. I know it sounds crazy, but I don't know. That room, I want that room to be so special. That room is calling to be special. That's why I'm painting that room. At least I'm doing the blue accent wall. I'm getting a nice carpet that really fits, or an area rug for that room. I'm thinking about the furniture for that room. And it's this small space, but that's the spaces I think you should start claiming. Because builds your confidence. If you could kind of more custom a room, I got more leeway here. They don't mind painting. I'm paying them to do it. The management is going to paint it. So I want to take you see, I ain't rushing that one. Because these were easier. This room the living room and the bedroom, decorating it, it was a little easier because is a space that was being able to be filled by things I already had, things that I loved. So I knew that the dining room, that's the one thing. I didn't bring the dining room table. I don't know why I brought the chairs, but I didn't bring the table, you know. I didn't bring things that went with the dining room. So I didn't have, but that's great because I don't know. It's not going to be a dining room. Now that's the one that's going to have the rattan love seat, the round coffee table, maybe two end tables if I can get it, and maybe 2 more chairs. Like I want that to be the room, you call it the den, or whatever. I want that to be the room that you don't even have to go in this living room. That's where my company comes. These people I don't really know that well, or yeah, just people I don't really know that well, or company. I just want it to be fly. Like when I say chill mode, like I want you to feel like all I want to do is chill in here. That's the vibe. Like I just want to chill. You know what I'm saying? Like this room is nice, or this room got a lot. You know, your mind is looking. You know that one's too. But I want that to be a more Afro psychedelic. But don't worry, it won't scare you. It's gonna be calming. It's gonna be good for your eyes. But you're gonna feel like you were just transformed because that front room is the room that when you open the door, it's the first room that you go into and that you see. And I feel like the first room, remember before we had the hallways or the, kind of ways, you know, before you got into the house. And since I don't have that, it should be the most welcoming thing. It should let you know what the rest of the space is going to be like. So that room is important to me. It's not important like I got to get it done. It's exciting to me. I'm very excited about that room. So I'm slowing it down because I got a lot of projects. And then, you know, I wasn't going to think about living here forever. I want to buy a townhouse unless I buy this townhouse, you know, in 5 years, we'll see. So another thing for me, some people will say, well, don't put so much into the space. Don't buy a lot of stuff. You know, you're going to move soon. How many of us have said that or heard that? And we've been in our place for 5 years, or we've been in our place for 10 years, or we've been in our place for 20 years. How many of us, give me a thumbs up if you or you know somebody who keeps saying they're going to move, but they don't. But the reason why they're not fixing up their place is they're going to move, but they haven't, you know. So I didn't want to do that. I was like, no. I want, yeah, anyway. I love the space, and I love where I live, I think it should be pretty no matter where you are. I think that if you're in an apartment and you think it's temporary, or really is temporary, you should still fix it up like somebody lives there and they love it. I don't believe in that waiting for, I get the house, or waiting for it's mine, quote unquote. I don't do that. I do that because it is best to feel good where you are right now. That's everything. I teach that on my other channel. If you want to know more, you should feel good right now. That's how you're going to have more things to feel good about. So, no, I say go all out. The other thing, too, is if there are pieces you love, you can take with you. I only buy pieces I love. Now, there's a thing. It's true. You can buy every piece you buy you love, but it's still too much stuff or you outgrew it. I usually don't outgrow everything at the same time, so there's a constant flow. I just noticed that, like I outgrew the chairs, but I still love the couch, and I love this other chair that I got, and I love these tables, and so I didn't outgrow it. I just outgrew the chair. So usually you're able to rotate things more around. So I'm looking forward to. I think we should definitely just decorate where you are, and you're only going to buy pieces you love. The few you don't love, you'll rotate it out for something you do. It'll fit into your next space because you know your style. And if you have to downsize, then you'll do it in ways that gives you a chance to give to charities or people you know, other deserving families. It really works. So I'm going to go like I live here. I'm going to go like I bought this place. And maybe I will. Who knows? I heard some things, so maybe I will, but I'm giving myself the 5-year plan, and in 5 years, I'm going to be purchasing something, but I would like to live or own, and I mean own if I really could, where I live, but own, whatever way we could do it. So yeah, I'm going to go all out. Like, I'm going to buy nice stuff, and so sometimes nice stuff might take a little longer. It's okay. You know, we're from the microwave generation, right? We want everything now, and I think about that too. Like you can go to like the big box stores and really furnish your entire house. I know At Home has a program like that, so furnish your entire apartment like that. Or you could say, sometimes I want to do that. At least I want to go to those big box stores, but sometimes, you know, I'm just gonna wait for that thing, and I've seen the value of just waiting, because you still want to do other things. I don't want to spend all my money on the decor when I still want to travel. So you got to make a decision, right? So you say, you know what, I can do this, I'll do that, but I ain't gonna spend every dime because I know I want to travel, right? So that's me. That's how I kind of slowing down actually helps me, because it helps me redirect and think about where I want my money to go right now, because I want the whole house done. The other thing too I realize is I have more fun now with the slower process than just all is all done. I don't think that's me. I think I'm starting to see, and I haven't traveled around the world to buy all the beautiful stuff that I'm gonna get, so I gotta make space. So my outdoor space, like my vibe that I feel, I want it to feel like a living room, but not your living room. And only the feel of the living room, that comfortable, but the feel of nature. Like you out in the forest. That's why I'm gonna have all the container gardening, all the flowers, if I can grow a little food rather, or some greens, but I'm also gonna have herbs and the seeds. I want them to really feel good. I want natural fiber, you know me. Wicker is good, outdoor wicker, but I want the real outdoor wicker, because I love it. I love woods, and you know, I want you to feel like when you come in, and I'm gonna get a privacy screen for the part of this patio that's open. Let me show y'all. Now get it, this is a special Christmas special. So you see the part of the patio that's open. I'm gonna get either plants that can cover it, or bamboo, or just a privacy screen that people can come in and out. Now I'm thinking everyone is uncovered. I'm gonna ask them, it might be like a fire hazard thing where they can't enclose it, but I'm gonna do it where people can still come in, where they can just move something to the side. But it's because I need that privacy. So we get a little private screen, of course, a rug and all that. But it's gonna be a lot of wonderful stuff out there. And it's just gonna take time. It's just gonna take time, y'all. Hold on, we're working with the machine. Okay, this looking different every time you see me. Okay, well, so yeah, so it's going to get my throw. It's gonna take time, you know. And even this throw was made by a sister named Maya Wallace, and it is stunning. She sewed it, made it herself, and it's my favorite two colors, orange and blue. And I'm so excited, so I love it. So this is Afrocentric too, and all the gifts and things, you know. So yeah, the other thing, so we're gonna do a lot of outdoor stuff. So just stay tuned for that. I think that's gonna be such a new thing. I think I did the outdoor stuff when I used to collect the tall grass, and that's the thing. Y'all know me. I like outside elements, but actually more than outside elements indoor, I like to be outdoors. So most of the time in the summer and the spring, if I'm home, because I'm gonna be traveling a lot in this year and all the years to come. But when I'm home, I want to feel like I'm just somewhere else, you know, on vacation in a sense, right? So I'll eat outside, you know, I'll use those spaces. So we'll talk about the deck off the bedroom, which is smaller, but that one has the potential to be heaven on earth, because that one actually has the mosquito netting or the screen that's already built in. So, because it's going to be mosquitoes, I'm sure, in North Carolina. Now, I was in the country before, and there was a lot of bugs, and I don't have that same threat. But I don't know, and it's not a lot of trees, so maybe not a lot of bugs, but either way, that one, just to come off at night, like that, I want to sit out at night. So lighting on that one especially is going to be somewhat important to me. Of course, privacy, so nobody can see you. We can do bamboo sticks. So let me show you a great privacy screen idea that I had. Y'all tell me what y'all think. So you see this bamboo structure thing that I bought from At Home? It's very tall. That would be a great privacy screen. I can buy several of them, and create a privacy screen upstairs so that, sorry y'all, lordy. Okay, so that, yeah, so just think of, they got them in all color. They have them in the blonde color, you know, the lighter wood color, have it in that dark color, have it in like a reddish color, or a brownish color, like they have them. I mean, that could be, oh my, you know, but still get at least the sun coming overhead. So, you know, we'll see, because I want my sun too. And then the front porch, which is what, you know, you wouldn't think you sit out there a lot, but I know me that I would. So it's a good chance to get to know your neighbors and the whole bit. And plus, your front porch should just be pretty, you know. So there I would do more of, the furniture doesn't have to be super special because, you know, it's your front. I'm not saying nobody going to take it. I'm just saying if they got tempted, you know. It would just be some different front, but it would still be dope. And it would be quaint. And it probably, my front anyway, is going to be mostly plants anyway. So mostly plants in the front. And a chair, or just 2 chairs, maybe even rockers. 2 rockers that are beautiful, and you know, and but of course a rug on the floor and all the flowers and plants and just something beautiful. Maybe just a little table with some, you know, I can make some lemonade or something. And when I want to just sit out there because it's just too hot and I want to be in the front, way to do it. So yeah, I guess I got my flavor is so many. Like I like country elements or southern elements in my home. African elements in my home. I got the Caribbean 2 sisters in the front elements in my home. So I like where we are. And if I travel more, I'll like more. So all right, y'all. I really appreciate y'all staying with me this long. This was truly a chit chat and a little demonstration. And also, yeah, I made some great food. I made my stew. I'm gonna stop calling it a soup because it's a stew. And it's delicious. Let me show y'all. It consists of, I've shown y'all this, but you know what? It's never the same because you always got to use what you got or what they had available at the market. So I like that, actually. So I made my rice in my wonderful rice cooker, but it's not in a rice cooker now. It's in a Tupperware. And this is the soup. It is collard. So let me see, I remember everything. But first, let me get this a better hold because we're not dropping the phone. It smells so good. And it's coconut. So it's coconut and water base. Fresh coconut from the can. Coconut milk, water, of course, onion, garlic, a little jalapeno pepper, fresh turmeric, fresh ginger, and a bouillon cube. Let me show you the cubes. The cubes are, I love it. I like the way it's called. No chick. Let me show y'all. It's called No Chicken Cubes. No chicken cubes. So it's a vegan bouillon cube. So anyway, I'll tell you more, but your girl drinks a lot of water, so now I gotta go to the bathroom. So I'm gonna sign off, but it was so nice before the new year to have this chat with you, and I hope to talk to you again soon. I gotta go to the bathroom. Love you, ladies. Lisa Marie Goodson of the Afrocentric Home Decor and Style channel, and I'll see you before the new year. Peace and blessings.